In the Three Amigos, it seems as if into everyone's life, a double side of fate must fall. The beauty and the beast, I guess. I hope none of you is insulted by this. Patrice, Martinez, and Alfonso Arau, both of you represent, well, a more pleasant side of life as opposed to fate itself. There's even a long monologue about all of us have an El Guape. And that's a pretty nice thing. At the same time, you're the opposite half of that. Do you see yourselves as twin sides of a coin?
Yes,
Maybe.
yes.
Yeah, maybe.
And at one point, you even kidnap her.
Right, right.
Some nice dialogue in that sequence as you're talking to your sidekick about the importance that she remain pure and fresh.
Pure and fresh. Yes.
Well, meantime, I'm doing all the talking. I need to ask both of you now. Both of you are representative now of Latin actors in this movie. Tell us about the Mexican movie industry. Have you ever been involved in it directly?
Yes, I shot a picture before this in Mexico.
Although this is technically your debut here.
Yes. Actually, no, although we shot in Mexico, it was an American picture. Yeah. So I really wouldn't be the expert. Alfonso would.
Now that gets us into your territory.
I worked many years in the Mexican film industry. And what do you want to know about it?
Well, for example, most of us, all we know of it is Luis Buñuel, the films that he made down there. Did you ever run into him? What about the industry should we most need to know, in your opinion?
As every film industry in the world, there are two kinds of films, you know. The films for the festivals and the films, the very commercial films. So the films from the best festivals are very popular in Europe. You know? And Buñuel was the most famous director. But there are others, and they make very few but very good films. And they make a lot of commercial, you know, bad films.
That's what you meant by all film industries are the same.
Are the same, you know, they're all over the world. Yeah.
Patrice, what about Mexican films do you think maybe we don't know enough about? Is there a kind of film, a number of actors and actresses that American audiences have yet to discover, in your opinion?
To a certain extent, because it's not so commercial as we are here in the States. You know, for instance, European films too, Mexican films, sometimes they're projects that you go and look for, because it has a particular appeal to it. I myself would like to work in Mexico, Mexican films, doing Mexican characters.
Is it a prolific industry?
They make about 150 films, feature films every year.
Now, do they make a whole genre of films in which Americans are lampooned as effectively?
Well, no, not many.
How are Americans portrayed in Mexican films?
Well, in different ways. Maybe. Sometimes they are bad guys, sometimes they are nice guys.
Any thoughts on that, Patrice?
No.
We have to get into Three Amigos just a bit. Were you continually off balance a little bit working with these three guys, or what was it like for you?
No, not really, because they made me feel very comfortable. Not only are they professionals, they're really nice people. So.
Did you give them as good as they gave you?
I hope so.
I hope so, yes.
What about that? Are you able to improvise on the set? I assume there was some of that.
No, there was not much improvisation in this film. We stuck to the script.
It kind of seems like it, though, doesn't it?
Well, because it's been well done.
Indeed.
It's well done.
Indeed.
It seems that it's fresh and that it's happening for the first time.
Now, very quickly, each of you, what have you learned from making this film? Have you come out of it with any particular experience that has represented an education for you in filmmaking, per se, especially Patrice?
You mean a philosophical value, perhaps? Yes, that you can work in this industry and meet very professional people and nice people and work in an ensemble and work together, I think.
When you work with professionals and a good films with a good director, good actors, then you learn a lot. You improve yourself. You get better. So that's what I got.
Patrice, Martinez, and Alfonso Arau, you know how long I've been waiting to actually say, as the sun sinks slowly in the west in old Tucson, I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV5.